Alright, let's look at the homework 2, problem number 18. Alright, so we have this given rational function, and for part A, we want to find the intercepts for the graph. Alright, so let's see, what are the x-intercepts? Alright, let's find the x-intercept. Alright, so in order to find the x-intercept, we set the function equal to 0. Alright, so this is going to give us only 2x squared is equal to 0, right? Because we have to make the numerator equal to 0. Then if you solve for x, so divide by 2, you get x squared is equal to 0. Then if you take the square root, only way we can do that is x is equal to 0. Alright, so we have x-intercepts are just 0, right? So let's check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, and what are the y-intercept? Alright, so let's find the y-intercept. In order to find a y-intercept, all you have to do is plug in x equals 0. So if you plug in 0, you can see that 2 times 0 squared is 0 on top. And so it's a 0 over 0, 0, negative 6, right? So which is going to be 0. Alright, so y-intercept is 0 too. So we have y-intercept equal to 0. Oops, 0. Then let's check the answer. Alright, it's thinking. Alright, we got that. Alright, part B. What is or are the vertical asymptotes? Alright, so let's do that. The vertical asymptote, we set the denominator equal to 0. So you have x squared plus x minus 6, right? And we want to factor this out. So we set this guy equal to 0. And let's factor this out. So I think we can factor out nicely here. Right, so you have x here and x there. So in order to make a negative 6, we can try negative 2 and positive 3. So I'm going to do a positive 3 here and a negative 2. Alright, that way, if you multiply these together, negative 6, add them up, you get positive 1. So that will do it. So we have x equals negative 3 and a positive 2. Right? And also, these two guys do not make the numerator equal to 0, so they are vertical asymptotes. Alright, so let's type it in. Alright, vertical asymptotes are x equals negative 3 and a comma, and x equals positive 2. Alright, so let's check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, and next question is, what are the horizontal asymptotes? Alright, so let's do that. So look at the powers on the bottom. So the degree on the bottom is 2, and degree on top is 2. So when you have the same power on top and bottom, and the horizontal asymptote is equal to, y is equal to the leading coefficient on top, which is 2, right? So we put 2 there, over leading coefficient of the bottom, which is 1. So we put 1 here. So y equals 2 is the horizontal asymptote, right? So we put the y equals 2 and check the answer. Right, we got that. Alright, next one, we want to find the correct graph. Alright, let's see if we can do it without the calculator. Alright, so we know that the intercepts, x-intercepts are, let's see, sorry, not x-intercept, vertical asymptotes is negative 3, and 2. Alright, so it looks like everyone seems to have the correct, actually this one, C is not right, and actually A and B and D looks right, and here this is not right. The location of the vertical asymptote is messed up. All right. Then if you look at the Y, let's see, horizontal asymptote. Where did I here? Horizontal asymptote is Y equals 2. Right. Looks like a D has a horizontal asymptote at 0, so that's not it. So it's going to be between this guy and that guy. Right? So these are actually a tough comparison. Right? So let's see. But if you look closely here, the location of the vertical asymptote here is messed up. This is going to be more like 2. This is more like 3, -3. So A should be the correct picture. All right? So let's check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.